other thing I want to show you, since we're on it, is working docs. And I'll do that with the Fabula Amoris one, although there are working docs for 3102 as well. And here's the latest one. Okay, so like annotations, working docs are really very straightforward. It's just the question of kind of going through the steps and then recording them in your dossier that can be a little bit complicated. I really am just looking for about a 100-word answer, although most people who work on them go much over 100 words because their juices start to get flowing. Writing 100 words on this question, which is always directly concerned with what's going on in the reading. And then you can ask questions for me if you feel like it. And then there's usually a little bit down here to kind of guide you to the extent you need any guidance. And so here my question is whether there is any irony in Horace's declaration of his immortality. And then down here is where you make your contributions, and all you have to do is type your 100 words or more and then sign it with your name at the end or at the beginning. And then you sign in up here, and then you go to your dossier, and in the working docs column, you add 1. So if you do 1, you add 1, and you get 10,000 points. If you do another one, turn that into 2, you get 10,000 more points. These may be done at any time up until the end of the course. So you can go back and do the ones for mission 1 if you want. That's why they're there. I didn't want to get things too complicated too soon, so I made them, but I didn't say anything about them. Okay, questions about that?
Sorry.
No, don't be.
I always like to ask.
Oh no, you're doing me an enormous favor.
Right, and you're helping me out. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
So for just the working docs, you want to be able to have us be able to do 100 words on a response to a question.
Mm-hmm.
That is always in the working docs.
Yep.
And then afterwards, there's always going to be like a little, another 100-word little thing. Or is it the actual 100 words actually also answers that question too?
Oh yeah, no, it just answers the 100 words answers that question. And because it's always going to be right on point to what the reading and for you guys the story are about, you can, if you want, use the same 100 words in an annotation on the working doc and in the story collab. Really?
So I'll switch up the wording a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Right, but I have to say that kind of switching up wording, switching things around, for me, that's where my learning actually happens, like getting mastery over the knowledge I'm acquiring. Michael?
So it's just more of a description of the 100-word thing for the working docs and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's answering this question, so let me show.
I feel like I want to know kind of like how to like.
Okay, so how does your Recentius feel about monuments more lasting than bronze and higher than the pyramids? Christiana and John, what yours says is how do you feel? Right. But what they're doing in the story is they've got these characters, and one of them is a warrior and the other is an ambitious young woman.
Could I answer it like in the story form, like I did
Absolutely.
for mine? So I'm not doing this one. Mm-hmm. But could I just answer like how I was doing this?
What she did, what Octaviana does.
Yeah.
I'd rather you got a little bit more meta on it and said Octaviana is an ambitious woman. She would definitely be very much in favor of monuments more lasting than bronze. Yeah, so I mean, basically.
That's what I want to know. Okay. So if you want me to do that, then I can do that. Or
any way you want to do it is fine.
All right.
Seriously.
That's fine. I just want to make
sure. Okay. Yeah, and just to confirm, where the place you write it is down here, Octaviana operative discussion contributions.
And what about you said scratch paper if needed?
Yeah, I mean, very occasionally people want to kind of, if they see another person in the dock and they want to have a conversation down there, there are other ways to do that, especially, these first started before Google Hangouts even existed. So, the Hangout is the best place to do what's now in the scratch paper, but if you feel like you don't want to ruin something that's there but you want to just type something out. It may just be me, but sometimes I just like to type and see what happens without having to commit to it yet.
So it makes more sense to use the Google Docs than using the comments on the top right? Because like I commented I don't think I maybe even saw it.
On a working doc?
On the actual working doc.
Oh, okay.
These comments, so
Okay.
Use the actual.
Yeah, no, it's this, for this assignment, I'm looking for actual contributions to the doc.
No, I get
Okay.
what I meant was like, if I had a question or something, I
Oh.
would comment in the comments
Sure,
section.
okay.
I don't even see it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the Hangout is always the best place for questions.
So for working docs, each edition, it's your own specific. It doesn't have to correlate to whatever other people are saying.
No. So I mean,
Personal
the
response to the question, it doesn't have to connect to anyone else.
exactly. So in the annotations, there's kind of a mixture of your own points and replying to other people's points. And in the story collab, hopefully you're always replying to what other people have said, although that doesn't happen as much as I'd like. But definitely here, I would love it if you read other people's contributions. I mean, that's kind of why I do it as a collaborative doc. But if you're pressed for time and you just want to do your 100 words, then that's fine. It's basically just incentivizing engagement, which is something I try to do as much as I can. Okay. All right, yes, so questions about reports? John?
For the report docs, that's due generally around the end of the module?
Yes, so actually if you look at the schedule, that with other due at the top, so it's due on Tuesday the 19th. So all the reports, with the exception of the last one, which is due at the end of exam period, all the other ones are due on the Tuesday after the module ends, the mission or the module ends.
So it's like we do annotations, replies, collaboration, and then, so it's just the same, it's just another thing added on to that.
Exactly. So yeah. So these are there's one more completely optional activity that we're going to talk about next week called collection. It's the other tabs at the bottom of your dossier that I've been telling you not to look at. But after that, everything will be online. And let me just reemphasize one more time: you can get well over 1 million points just doing the stuff that I've shown you so far. Okay, so, and that's annotation, story collaboration, reports, and working docs. And they're all there on the schedule, so if you just look across the top.
I'm not saying I'm going to do this.
Okay.
Because technically, that'd be abusing the power. But, so technically, I could technically, for the next 3 weeks, do everything plus the extra credits, almost get to 1 million, and then not show
Each mission is capped at 200,000.
Because it's important. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, so it's, yes. In fact, the reason it's capped at 200,000 is that somebody in an earlier course did exactly that and got 1 million points in the middle of mission 4, and I did not see that person again.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I do kind of, this is a little different for me. So I
No, I know. No, but it's designed, I mean, it's like, really, it's about video games, right? I mean, this is the way video games are designed, to give the necessary amount of friction to get what in video game terminology is called flow, where you feel like the difficulty is growing as the time goes on. It encourages a kind of thinking that I think is incredibly valuable in every domain of knowledge, which some people call design thinking. So as you think about how to cheat, I'm thinking, I don't mean cheat as cheat, right, or to hack or anything like that. You actually are working on the stuff that kind of matters in terms of your own learning, right? How am I going to accomplish the learning objectives that I'm trying to get you to do in the most efficient way, which in the end means that you're doing the learning objectives more efficiently.
Because I don't mind going over 1 million. I was just.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was going to say, where are the cheat codes?
Yeah, exactly.